What's up, everybody? Zachamus Prime, aka Zachamus Prime, here with another Transformers third-party Legends review. Today, the figure we're reviewing is the third-party Newage Darius. And this figure is really nice, actually. Definitely nicer in robot mode than in alt mode, but you know, it's Galvatron. It's something that is totally not Galvatron. It just happens to coincidentally look like Galvatron. It's Galvatron. But yeah, he's a good-looking figure. Really clean transformation, as you can see. Good posability, good accessories. It is, yeah. Newage. So I keep on using this term a lot to the point where it's almost become meaningless. But yeah, mini masterpiece. I think that pretty much nails it. But let's take a look at the accessories real quick. Sorry, I'm ever so slightly distracted because I'm out here on vacation and enjoying myself. So he comes with a set of hands. He has a pair of open palm extended hands. They're a little bit hollow on the inside, but you know, we can make do with that. It also comes with a pair of pointing fingers, one for each hand. So he could like point his fingers together and say ooh ooh. No, probably not. Don't do that. They just come straight off of this peg. This is not the usual set of hands that Newage figures come with. This is a completely new sculpt, which is nice. I think it looks good. I think the regular ones would look a little small on him. But yeah, there's some hands looking pretty damn good, actually. He comes with a gun that I have no idea what this is all about. This little gun, I think this is probably molded in that light gray plastic, but it is definitely all painted all in gunmetal gray. It fits into his hand. He can point it at stuff and shoot things with this gun instead of, I don't know, the giant freaking cannon permanently attached to his arm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what scene that is. Though I admit it has been probably about 50 years since I've seen anything in Season 3, so. He comes with two alternate faces. He comes with an upset face. And he comes with a happy face. And to swap them out, all you need to do, let me grab a doohickey. All you need to do is come in here and, woo, I'm so glad I didn't lose that in Mother Nature. Pull that out, take your alternate face, slap that in. Just pegs out, pegs in. Looks pretty damn good, actually. He also comes with a Matrix accessory. We're going to slap that right on his chest. It's difficult to get him to wear these properly because there's no really good way to do it. Because, of course, if you do it like this, then it just hangs out the bottom. There we go. There he is wearing it. Maybe a little bit large, but, you know, it'll do. I kind of like the Hasbro Matrix accessory that just has a rigid chain, so it goes around his neck and it stays in the exact right position. That's kind of a nice idea. And of course he also comes with his cannon, which just stays on his arm. You can of course unpeg it for transformation and whatnot. You cannot peg it into the other hand. it's just stuck right here. But yeah, he's got a little bit of die cast on him, die cast here on these hips and here on the knees. And I guess the feet aren't actually die cast, though the toes probably could have been. That would have been swanky. But yeah, let's get into his posability. His head is on a ball joint, so that will rotate just fine all the way around. A little bit of side to side, looks down, looks up. Everything's great. His arms are on ball joints, so they'll go all the way around, go out for the full T-pose. You do got to be careful when you're moving around, because this joint will come undone and you'll start tearing his torso apart. He's got a dedicated bicep joint here, double jointed elbow. I mean, it's really, I'll give that a double joint for sure. He's got a waist swivel. Waist swivel is just fine. Hips are also ball joints. They go forward that much. They go backwards that much. They go out for the full Van Damme. Got a dedicated pose right there. I'm never exactly certain if the knee is supposed to be at this point or at this point, but this little cover moves independently. I think that's how his knee is supposed to bend. You can technically get a double joint out of that. I think that absolutely counts. Even though this is more of a transformation joint here. That counts 100%. That does, right? That totally does. Absolutely counts. It counts. It's now canon. You've got some ankle rocker here, a little bit of forward and back, just a little bit of rotation on that ankle. Toe joint for hella toeage. And so all in all, yeah, he's pretty damn posable. Looks good, plays good, displays fantastic. In terms of height and scale, he scales really well. I didn't bring a pile of figures with me on my vacation, but I can tell you that he's like basically the exact same head height as Megatron. Like, they literally will see eye to eye. Of course, Galvatron stands a little bit taller because he's got, an extra pointy head and stuff that sticks above it. But, like actual face height, they are just the same. But yeah, let's get this transformed up real quick. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take his gun off and put it aside. We're actually going to stick all of this aside. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stick this back in my little storage container so that nothing gets lost or carried away by anything out here. Alright, getting this guy transformed up. First thing we're going to do is we are going to disconnect these parts off of the backpack, extend out these flaps a little bit. This will come down, this will come up. You want to lift up his arms. That unpegs them from here. This whole thing is going to flip forward. You can take this section here, move that back, and then kind of get his arms out of the way, like so, because this whole part here rotates. See if I can get it rotated properly. Let's move his arms more like this. Rotate these pylons out. There we go. Rotate that all the way around. You want to make sure that this head is perfectly aligned. Get these little gray tabs here, flip them out. We can extend out these. So you want to make sure that this head is perfectly aligned so that the crown of his head is going to fit into this little gap in here. And it's got to fit in there just right, otherwise it won't work at all. There we go. Now with that done, you can rotate this joint right here, and then rotate this all back around. So with this in position, we'll just kind of start moving his arms around. His arms have actually got these little slots in here. That's going to peg into these little gray tabs that we folded out. More or less. Boom. Done. This guy here is going to come out, and you've got little tabs, little slots right here, little tabs here. I'm going to peg that into that. Put those slots onto those tabs. And then this is going to come down. You've got this big old tab right here sticking off the back of this. That's going to fit into this little slot right here, this square hole. Just like so. That'll click a little bit. And then this will just fold down so you've got this rounded surface here. And that's basically the front of him done. These arms you'll just take and fold them up like this. And as you bring this around, kind of fold this guy out, and it'll pretend to cover up that gap, but not really do it. I mean, I kind of want to complain about how the alt mode of this guy is a little bit half-assed, but then I remember it's Galvatron. The alt mode is always a little bit half-assed. So you want to fold out his skirt armors, and we're just going to do one leg at a time. Open up this panel here, fold the knee at this joint here. That'll allow you to open this all up, kind of straighten this out, and then we're going to combiner wars this joint in on itself. Let's bring this toe around. There is a slot here on the back of this leg that's going to fit into this little tab right here. It's probably going to come undone, so we'll just remember that for when we clean it up in a little bit here. Bring this tab back up. And that's one leg all done. Now for the second one. Again, turn this, flip this out. Open up this leg fully. And then combiner wars that leg in on itself. Oh, there's the train. The park where I'm at is not too far from the train line, so BNSF comes through here and makes a bunch of noise because they don't want to surprise anybody on the train tracks. Yay, Montana. It's a beautiful place. It's a crazy place, but it's a beautiful place. It's good to visit, but I don't think I'd like to live here. So officially these toes are supposed to stick out like that. So that's where I'm going to leave them for the moment. This one here, disconnect that. This little guy will connect onto there. This little guy will connect underneath here. And there you have Galvatron in his cannon mode. And, I mean, he looks the part. He looks the part for sure. I'd say that's a suitable pass. Maybe this goes this way. No. Well, no. That'll do. I think these toes are dumb. I personally kind of like to angle these up like so. but that's just my personal preference. There's a little bit of movability on this, so you can angle. Come on, tab back in. Tab back in. Good boy. You can kind of angle these out, angle them down, angle them up. He will angle a bit in case you want to get different ranges. There's no accessories that go with him in this mode, so you just enjoy what you got. Turn him back into a robot when you're done looking at his admittedly silly cannon mode. But that's all I've got for now. Thanks everybody for watching. You guys have a fantastic day. And everybody stay awesome and be good to each other. See ya.